back, seedlings. Happy New Year. So we are here again with our great friend Alicia. Oh, and there's Andy too. Sorry, Andy's here. But Happy New Year. We are super excited that it is 2021, and we hope you watched our last video where we talked about how we were going to reflect on 2020 and make 2021 better. So here we are in 2021. Now what, guys?
So, Happy New Year, again, on behalf of Alicia and I, and Summer, right? We are so excited about the year 2021. And part of the reason that we're excited about it is because we know that people are done and through with 2020. And for some people, it's just about making it through, right? They just are like, if we could just make it to the end of 2020, we're all going to be great. It's going to be okay. It's going to be wonderful. Well, now you're like a few days into 2021. The question is, how great has it been so far, right? Is your attitude different? All of those kind of things. So what I want to ask the two of you is, people in 2021 are looking to have some fun, right? They're looking for life to kind of rebound from the 2020, right? To now, like, all right, we're ready to embrace 2021 and we want to look forward. Now, again, we don't know when this pandemic thing's going to end, right? But we do know that we all need an attitude change, right? We need to look at things differently, right? In order for us to move forward, in order for us to have some fun. So what I want you guys to tell me today is, looking forward, what are some things that, if you're like dreaming or even in reality world, right? What are some things that you're looking forward to in 2021?
Well, I'm super excited, honestly. I'm kind of in this new mindset of like, I don't want to look at the calendar anymore. Like, I don't want to look at what month it is. I don't want to look at what day it is. I don't want to count down until the next whatever. Like, I did that my whole life in sales. It's like, okay, we gotta get this by the 31st, and then it's like, okay, your whole life starts over again on the 1st, and it's like, I don't want to live like that anymore. Like, I'm super excited for new opportunities in life, in ministry, in friendship. There's been a lot of new relationships made this year that I'm super, super excited about. So I'm just like really excited for opportunities for new things and not looking at the clock anymore. What about you?
Well, I'd have to say probably character development. So working on, improving yourself from the year prior, because, with a new year, it is a new year for a reason. You don't just, it's not extending of the year. So just character development, focusing on the priorities in life, your faith, maybe coming back to that, maybe becoming more confident in something, learning to step outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I love that. When we think of fun, usually we already have it associated with certain things, right? So I love to horseback ride. It's fun, right? So every time I go horseback riding, I just assume I'm having fun, right? But everything else is kind of in comparison to that, right? So if somebody were to ask the two of you, like, what's the thing that really draws fun out of you, what would it be?
My friends. Like, I don't know. I have a blast with my friends. I'm a goofball, as you seedlings know. So, yeah, people just I get excited and a little goofy. So
I love the outdoors. Like, one of the new things I started actually is mushrooming. Never thought I'd enjoy that.
You're going to have to elaborate on this Christian channel what mushrooming is.
Basically, you trudge around through the woods looking for the little mushrooms, Stay away from the red ones with the white dust. They're poisonous, The ones that everybody, hallmarks. But anyway, it's just fun. It's like a little mini scavenger hunt. You never know what you're going to find. You never know where you're going to find it. It may just show up.
That's awesome.
So we look at fun, and you guys out there in Seedling World know that like it's gonna be different for everybody because you notice that mine's being out in the middle of nowhere on a horse by myself. That's fun. That's really fun. I'm not like Summer's like people. No, that's work, right? That's not always fun. Although we've had some great times together, right? And Alicia's is similar. Like, hey, I want to get out in the middle of nowhere. I want to start looking for mushrooms, or I just want to look at nature, right? I just want to enjoy what's out there. But when we get into a pandemic time, one of the things that's happened is fun has been like disoriented. Like all of a sudden I can't just do the things that I want to do, right? Where I can still be on my horse out in the middle of nowhere, right, with people. But like for Summer, all of a sudden access to people is not the same thing. You have to work a little bit harder, right? So Summer, for you, how are you going to be able to turn 2021 into maybe different kind of fun with people?
Yeah, no, it has been challenging. There have been a couple months where I couldn't do my fun people gatherings, and that was rough. But I'm still like a relational person, so I mean, besides like I said in the last video that I really focused on my relationship with Jesus. I mean, I still do that every day. We still do that first, and I do put effort into relationships with people even if I can't see them. So like I'm a chatty Cathy. Like if I'm in the car, I'm calling people. I'm still connecting with people. I'm still talking with people. I'm still getting together one-on-one or under whatever the guidelines are of how many people we're allowed to. Like I'll do whatever I can to still have my relationships and still get the happiness that we all need from those interactions.
Okay, now, and Alicia, you said you started mushrooming, right?
Yes.
So how long have you been mushrooming?
Well, unfortunately, I started it at like towards the end of mushrooming season, so I can only go like a couple weeks in because it's a very set time because mushrooms are, life after death, so to say. So it was a couple months, but one thing that as far as looking for new fun is, the gatherings. You had big parties, and now we can't have those big parties, but think of, finding new fun as in, go back to like when you were a kid and there was no internet. There were no concerts. All you had to rely on was a cheap strobe light. I mean, I remember
Lava lamps.
You exactly, turn the lights off and just sit there and like, ooh,
It's awesome.
So you see, as you're watching this, that Alicia got like excited about, thinking about the past. So I'm telling you, pull out your Candyland, pull out your Chutes and Ladders, pull out your Sorry, pull out the games, that used to spend hours in the past, and look at them differently as an opportunity to maybe have some new fun with old things.
Yeah, and it's okay to look at the past, but you don't want to focus on the past for what it was per se. You want to focus it on, what have you learned from the past that you can move forward. So like, break out the old Candyland game. You had so much fun with that as a kid. Why can't you play with it now? You got nothing else to do.
I see, and that's exciting, right? So again, we want to encourage you in 2021 to think differently. Right? Yeah. To think about fun, not in terms of like, hey, this was the way I had fun, like up to this point, we did this, we did this, that we did this. But the idea of what was it about that had you having fun, and what could be replaced, right? I can't get together with 25 people, but could you have fun with 2? Could you have fun with 5, right? People getting together safely right now. And I think what we've done is we've allowed fun to be drained from us, right? Because we've had these like, I only have fun when I'm tailgating at a Bills party. I'm not really sure how that's fun, but like there are people out there that actually believe that, right? Like I can only have fun, and they took it away from me, so now no more fun. But you know what? I've seen some pretty creative people tailgating while watching the Bills games even this year, right? A whole community of people in their own driveways all tailgating together. Right? There are ways that we can just maybe look at things different to have fun, right?
Right, and to go off of that, when you think about an activity that you had deemed fun and all of a sudden it's not there, was the activity itself actually fun? Or was there something else within it, whether it be the people, whether it be the underlying thing? Maybe that was the fun.
Amen.
And you don't, so like tailgating party. I can no longer go tailgating at, a stadium. We'll just use that. That was a fun activity. You can't go to a stadium anymore. But was it really going to the stadium that was fun? Or was it actually spending time with your friends? You just park in your own driveway, throw a screen up on a movie projector, and social distance in the back of your truck. Like that's,
Amen.
when you look at it from a new perspective, not the activity itself was fun. Sometimes other aspects were actually fun, and that's what you like.
I think sometimes we forget that for something to have been fun at one time, we actually had to initiate and start that thing, right? So we actually had to invite people to our house, and we had to go to a game and get into the tailgating, right? And then it became fun because of the experience. And so why can't we do that today? Why can't we break out the Scrabble board and molasses cookies and tea and have fun like I did with my grandmother? Had nothing to do with Scrabble, tea, and molasses cookies, although all three are good. It was my grandma, right? And you just got to spend time with someone. So listen, we can't wait until we can have a party with seedlings and have everybody down here to the center and really get to meet people and get to do those kind of things. We're excited about that, but we don't know when that time is, right? So we want to challenge you guys to not only to think differently, but to also maybe respond differently. So you heard Summer say that she loves to chat with people. She loves to communicate with people. She asks you guys to let her pray for you all the time. We'd love some ideas. What are you doing to make 2021 fun? What are some ideas that you could share with each other, those who are watching, that would encourage people maybe to think differently, maybe to do something different. So I'm going to let Summer close this out, hopefully with some kind of a challenge, maybe even an idea, since I just gave her 5 seconds to think about it, right? About how you could do that.
Well, guys, yes, thank you, Andy, for the awesome challenge on my end. It's never a dull moment around here. Yes, we hope that you're having a great new year so far. And I think of this like I think back of our old video where we talked about like you get saved and then now what? Like nothing changed. And it's all about what you do after that, right? So the new year started, and what are you going to do with it? Are you going to have fun? Are you going to let your life fall apart? Are you going to invest in relationships with God, with your friends, with anyone? Are you going to work on your own character, your own personal issues? Are you going to create new hobbies? Are you going to do any of these things? That is totally up to you. So my challenge would be not just in having fun and like actually enjoying your life again, no matter what the circumstances are around you, but just figuring out you and taking the steps that you need to take to grow the relationships, to start the new hobbies, and just for you as an individual in any capacity to grow so that someday you can be a hatchling.
Well, that's awesome.
Thanks, guys. We hope you had fun. We hope you continue to have an awesome new year. We love you. We'll see you next week.